Hey, what's up guys? We're back with another video, Dwayne and myself, and today we're going to talk about something, I don't even know what we're going to talk about. Dwayne has something he needs to get off his chest and preach to the people. So.
Oh no!
No, don't
you did that to me? You put me in the pulpit? Oh man, can I hear an amen? All right, so today this video is going to be about the question. The question, all right? The question.
Oh, hold on. Before we get started, we have something for Dwayne. Before we get into the question, we got something for you, man.
Oh no! This was totally a surprise.
Open it up. Don't open it up, man.
Oh, you did this to me on video?
On video.
Oh, look at that, yes.
As the youngins say in 4K.
Absolutely.
Live in 4K.
Here we go, my very own, man. My very own. I've been working hard for this.
Yep. Got you the Awesome Trainings hoodie.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, man.
I can represent now.
Yeah, Yep.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I really do. I've been working hard for this. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
nice, man. Nice. What a surprise.
Merch coming soon.
I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna let this.
Oh, we got teeth.
Right there. Oh, we're good. All right.
It landed on the bag. So
it landed on the bag.
There's lead on the floor. So.
We're good.
All right, cool. So,
man, you made me totally forget what we're gonna talk about now.
The question.
The question.
The question.
All right, the question in quotation marks that we must all ask ourselves if we have a gun for self-defense. All right, so this discussion came out, or it arises out of a conversation that I had with a client who came in for a 2-hour private lesson, a training lesson, handgun training lesson. And so I always ask, so what brought you here? Why today? Help me with your decision process of why you want to train with a handgun.
Right.
And so she said, I want to be able to defend myself. I want to be able to defend myself. So of the clients that come to us that want to train with handguns, 99.9999% say that's the reason, to defend myself.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, absolutely. So the client that came in, as we got into manipulating the handgun, she said, well, if someone breaks into my house, I'll just shoot into the ceiling. I said, okay. The first question I asked, are you on one level or is there anyone up there on the second floor? She says, I'm on one level. I said, okay. She said, well, the only thing I'll tear up is my HVAC up there. I was like, So before that, I told her, I said, well, the person that breaks into your house could also have a gun.
Right.
And I said, while you're shooting into the ceiling, they could be shooting you. She said, oh. She said, well, I'll just shoot him in the leg. I said, okay. I said, well, a leg is going to be about this wide and it's probably going to be moving.
Right.
And then it dawned on me. It dawned on me what her issue was. And so I asked the question.
Okay.
The question.
All right, what's the question?
If you are faced with a life-threatening situation, can you put bullets in another human being's chest that may very well kill them?
Fair.
She said, no. She said no.
Yeah.
So what brought me to that was I'll shoot in the ceiling if somebody breaks in my house. I'll shoot him in the leg.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, you don't have the mindset.
Right.
You don't have the mindset to truly defend yourself. You're here saying, I'm here to defend myself. I'm here to learn what I need to do with a gun.
Yeah.
But you don't truly have the mindset.
Right.
So that's a question that we all need to ask ourselves. If we have a gun for self-defense, do we truly have the mindset? So there may be a lot of people out there, the answer to that question may be no, or it might be I don't know.
Yep, I've seen that too.
So right there in front of me, this client came to grips with the reality, I do not have the mindset to truly defend myself with this handgun. Okay. So now this is just my contention here. about this part. If a person says no or I don't know to that question, it's just my contention that a handgun is probably going to be more of a detriment to them than a benefit. Okay?
Yeah.
Because think about it, that person will probably attempt to do all of the wrong things with the gun to try to keep from using the gun for the only reason that they have the gun.
Right. Right.
Which is to defend their life.
Right.
One of the things that they might do, all right, is pull the gun out too early. Pull it out too early.
Yeah.
Because think about it, they don't want to truly have to use it.
Right.
So you know, I'm talking about doing all the wrong things with the gun to try to keep from having to use the gun for what its purpose is.
Yep.
So they may pull the gun out too early to try to warn somebody.
Right.
I'm going to warn the perpetrator. This is what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that's why it's good to know before you go. You know, we teach the handgun carry permit classes, and we talk about knowing the laws of the state.
Yep.
All right. If the gun is brought out before its time, a word that a lot of people know is brandishing. Well, in Tennessee, brandish is not in Tennessee code annotated.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
So in Tennessee, if you display a firearm or pull it out before it's time to use it, it's automatically aggravated assault. Okay?
Yeah, 100%.
If you pull your gun out for a reason other than to defend your life, and the display of it or use of it puts another person in danger or causes them to feel like they're immediately in danger of serious bodily injury, you have committed aggravated assault.
Right.
Aggravated assault in Tennessee is punishable 3 to 15 years and up to $10,000 in fines.
Yeah.
Okay. What is an example of that? Road rage.
Oh,
People are driving down their road rage, you know, and then somebody picks up a gun and holds it up. That's aggravated assault in Tennessee.
Yep. In my permit class, sometimes I talk about how, you know, I crack a joke. I'm like, you know, if I'm walking, you know, past the gas station and I see these kids blasting that hippity hop.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I get I'm intimidated by it.
Right.
I can't just pull up my shirt and say, hey, don't mess with me.
No.
Because that's aggravated assault. Now, if they drew their gun and started shooting at me, they're in the right. Yep.
And the reason why the carry permit classes are so important, man, that you and I do.
Yeah.
Like we're in a state, 2021, Tennessee became a permitless carry state. So I am so happy that we have the numbers that we have in our carry permit classes.
Yeah.
But you need to know the laws of the state that you are in. And that carry permit class, we go over all of this with people, what they can and what they cannot do legally.
Yeah.
With a handgun. Legally.
Yeah.
With a handgun. Yeah, and it's displaying it or use of it. So, I mean, even like you said, if you pull it up and show them, and so now that person's like, ooh, they're in fear, that's aggravated assault.
Yep.
That's a felonious act.
Yep.
Right there.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that it's good on the woman for at least being real with herself and saying,
absolutely,
I can't shoot anybody. Because, you know, I'm sure you probably see it too. We try to give people a realistic view of what could happen.
Right.
And then they'll tell us, oh yeah, but I hope I don't use it. Well, duh.
Right.
Of course we don't want to have to use it. We don't wake up in the morning thinking about who we're going to shoot today.
Right.
But it's if that situation presents itself, do you have what it takes to do it?
Oh, we hear that so much. I hear that a lot. Now, we can't go walk around, oh, who can I shoot? And when can I shoot?
Right.
That's not where we are.
Yeah.
But I hear people, and I have a little concern sometimes, the way I hear it.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know, this is really something that I really hope I don't have to do.
Oh, yeah.
And I kind of think to myself, you know, we want to hope we don't have to do it.
Right.
But we can't let the hope
outweigh
us doing it if we need to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How far does that hope go?
Right.
Right? So I kind of sometimes when I hear it, I'm like going, we don't want to let that hope keep us from doing what we have to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
I try to throw in stats also, like, because this is the thing about the carry permit. people will try to argue online only. Online only. They don't try to argue in person.
I got you.
It's a whole different
Online
game.
only.
It's a whole different game when I'm standing right in front of you. When I pulled up and now we're going to talk. You can't hide behind that keyboard. But people try to argue that they don't need it, and it's like, well,
they don't need the gun?
They don't need the carry permit.
Oh, they don't need the carry permit.
And my thought is, yes, I think constitutional carry should be pure and all that, and you shouldn't have to get it. Like, it shouldn't have to, it shouldn't come back to hurt you for not having it. But in addition to the permit, like just getting it so you can have reciprocity, stuff like that, just knowing the law.
Knowing the law.
Because there's so many people who have the mindset of the woman you're talking about. They don't know the law.
They don't know the law.
And it's like they haven't came up with the
All right, so let's just throw another one.
Or anything.
Let's throw another one out there. This is something that we talk about with our people. But you cannot in Tennessee legally protect property.
Exactly. They don't know
with
that.
a firearm.
Yep.
There's some people who may not know that.
Yep.
I mean, when we're teaching that in the class, in the carry permit class, I tell people, so the castle doctrine extends to the car if you are in the car.
You're in the car. Yeah.
Okay? But if you step outside your house and someone is stealing your automobile, you can't pull out a gun, not legally.
Right. Yep.
They're stealing property.
Yep.
And another thing which people have to know is you cannot be the party that instigates. You have to be totally innocent, right? And so if what you did coming out with a weapon over property escalates the situation and you end up shooting them and it was over property, who committed the greater crime?
That person
The person that shot them.
Cooked.
They committed the greater crime, so they're going to prison.
Yep.
The guy for trying to steal a car probably won't even any time.
Yeah, exactly. And in the state of Tennessee, your dog is property.
Yes, it is.
And when I say
cow,
that,
goat, pigs,
when I say
chickens.
that in the class, people are like, "What? My dog?"
If anybody's stabbing my dog, I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do you.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. You do you. Oh, that's me. You all ask yourselves that way in a quiet corner. This is something you have to just get in a corner by yourself and just really ask it and think about it, right?
Yep.
Because, that lady, I mean, it was awesome for her to really come to grips with the truth.
Right.
And to verbalize it.
Yeah.
But, if we're out with people and someone say, hey, man, can you defend yourself? Well, we may be, yes, of course. We may be compelled.
Yeah.
But in a quiet corner by yourself, try to put yourself in a situation, and can you?
So what alternative did you give to her after she came to that realization?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you that I'm going to be honest and say it surprised me. I mean, I came to the realization that was probably it, but when she actually said no, I couldn't bring myself to tell her you shouldn't have a gun.
Yeah.
I couldn't bring myself to say that.
Yeah.
So we went ahead with the class and we went ahead with her shooting, but I thought about that. When she left, I said, this poor lady, if she has a gun, she may pull it out too early trying to warn somebody.
Yeah.
And you warn people with your mouth.
Right.
If you pull a gun out and it's not to save your life, you are threatening someone with a deadly weapon. That's not a warning. You're not warning anybody.
Right.
That's seen as a threat with a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
So I thought about all of these things that this lady might do with that gun to keep from having to use the gun. And I just didn't know what to do with that at that moment.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I haven't had anybody admit it, but I'm sure I've had people who, they wouldn't be able to,
right.
Pull the trigger, so to speak. But I've been thinking about also sharing pepper spray.
Okay.
But the thing that comes with the pepper spray is I tell them, buy some pepper spray. We're going to look at the types of pepper spray that actually work and, stuff that cops would use or something like that. And then you need to buy one, spray it, outside, see how far it goes, see
Yeah.
how long it lasts,
Yeah.
and then buy another one and carry that one.
And then they do also have like inert inserts where you can buy some of them that have just like sort of like a water or saline base, so they can actually spray it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I didn't
They
know
got
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and
yeah.
then that's sort of for practice.
Yeah.
So I tried to have wifey practice it on me.
Yeah.
You know, just the inert
Yeah,
one, right?
uh-huh.
And I'm just like, no, you didn't spray long enough. She like sprayed and thought that was it. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, no, we're gonna eat that.
You got to empty that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that is a good thing for people to do.
Yeah, man. I think that everybody should have that come to Jesus moment, and that's what I tell them in the class too. Like, you got to really think, you know, as pro-gun as I am, I don't get caught up in the it's for self-defense, to defend the family. No, this is to take somebody out. I'm watching my words because we're on YouTube, but I'm a little bit more blunt in person. This is to take somebody out. I'm not using this to nail a hammer. I'm not using it to build a house or drive to work. This is only on me to put somebody down.
It's to stop the threat.
Yeah, you got to get there mentally.
It's to stop the threat.
Or it could potentially be used against you, because if you bring it into a situation
Now,
and get it snatched.
This is maybe a topic for another video, but we're swerving close to it because we're talking about defeating the threat. You know, the fourth rule of a handgun rule is know your target and what is beyond.
Right.
So if you're going to have a gun,
Yeah.
you need to be proficient so that if you use it, you don't miss your target and hit an innocent person.
Yeah. Cooked.
Because
Cooked.
if not criminally charged, you will be civilly charged by that person if they survive, or their family if they don't.
Yep.
See?
Oh yeah.
And so I know there's topics for another,
Yeah.
but we see a lot of that. You know, we're at a range and we see people come and they shoot at a target, and sometimes we look at that target and we have no idea what they were even aiming at.
Yep.
Because the bullets are all over the target.
Yeah.
And sometimes I look at that and I think, you know, this is shooting in a climate controlled environment. All the time you have in between shots to look at your shots and make adjustments.
Yep.
You're not shooting to save your life, and the bullets are everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
So we know if you were stressed and shooting to save your life and slamming the trigger, whatever that grouping is, it's gonna grow. Put a name on all of those bullets that miss
Oh yeah.
the silhouette.
Yeah. Cooked.
You know
Like,
what I'm saying? There's an attorney attached to every one
Yeah.
of them.
Every single one.
Every single
You
one
out
of
of
them.
here.
So
You out here and
that's
you're
just a
broke.
side note. If you have a handgun, please get instruction, go to the range, be proficient with it. Oh, and another thing, you mentioned the spray. I like pepper spray.
Yeah.
So I think that there should be something in between an argument and your gun.
Yes.
There may, you know, like you said, if the gun is the only thing, if the hammer is the only thing you have, every situation looks like a nail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But what if someone is getting into your space, but they're not a threat to your life, but they're getting in your bubble? Okay. So you need a little,
little bit of your non-meanness.
you need a little something
Yeah.
in between an argument and your gun.
Yeah.
You know, so a little get off me spray.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Dwayne's ready, man.
I tell them you need a little something, because maybe those type of situations might happen more so than you happen to need your gun.
Right. Exactly.
And just think about it. If you have to go to that point of using your gun, you have proof that you tried a non-lethal
point.
method before going there.
Yeah. That's a good point.
tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah. All right. So we've kind of been around to different topics a little bit, but to bring it home, what is the proper mindset, or what's your proper mindset?
My mindset. Okay. Okay. So let's say this. So the first question, when you ask yourself that question, right? You're trying to go inside of yourself and you're trying to know what you would do. The truth is we can't 100% know what we would do in that situation.
Yeah.
You know, we can think what we would do, but we don't actually know. So what I want to say is that I had a situation that happened that I was actually proud of my reaction, which gave me the feeling that, yes, Dwayne, you do have that mindset.
Yeah.
So I was at a place, and in the room, there was a gun that went off in a room that a gun should not have gone off in.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I was in an adjacent room, and so I hear it, pow! And I kind of freeze at first, and then I heard words, and my mind just said, there it is. And I snatched my shirt up, and I put my hand on my gun, and I went.
Yeah.
And I went into that room with the intent of putting somebody down.
Yeah.
Because I thought someone had walked into that workplace and was shooting.
Yeah.
That was a gunshot that should not have gone off in that room.
Right.
I went in there ready to go.
Yeah.
And I saw that it was a negligent discharge from an employee, and it didn't warrant me to do what I came in there to do.
Right.
So after it was all over, you know, I said, wow, Dwayne, because I could have gone up the hall and ran out the back door.
Right.
I didn't have to go into that room.
Yeah.
I had a way out. I
Yeah.
wasn't in the room, I had a way out.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't choose to run. I chose to go into the room where I heard the gunshot, prepared to do what I needed to do.
Nice.
So that right there just gave me a good feeling about myself that, Dwayne, I think we can't be 100% sure until we're put in that situation.
Right.
But that situation said, oh, okay, I think you're there.
Yeah.
I think you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think how you kind of get to that is getting a more realistic understanding, because you're there mentally, I'm there mentally, and something that really helped me was, like, I visited the 911 dispatch center for Davidson County.
Absolutely.
So I was working with Dr. Carol Swain, and she's a close friend of mine, and when we went in there, there's 5 people working there. They were, I want to say they were about 200 calls behind.
Okay.
And we were walking in there, we could see the 911 dispatchers, they all had like 4 screens. And I tell this story I think it's my first YouTube video, I told this story. And we could see the list stacking up of all these people calling 911.
Right.
And we asked the manager, it was a shorter lady who was walking with us, and I was like, hey, what's all this orange? And she was like, oh, those are all the people calling 911 who we haven't answered yet. So Carol and I looked at each other like, huh? And then we asked, is this the non-emergency line? She was like, oh no, they could be shot, stabbed, heart attack. We don't know, we gotta answer the phone first.
To find out.
So then that's when the manager asked me, she was like, do you carry your gun? And I was like, no, I'm not carrying it, especially I was coming in here, I didn't think I could carry it. She was like, oh no, you need to carry it because we're not gonna save you. I was like, oh. And
Reality check.
Yeah, and to see that.
Reality check.
And no, okay, and then here's the thing. 2 days later, we were at the North Nashville precinct. I don't remember the gentleman's name, but it was a deputy sheriff, somebody. He was like, you carrying your gun? I was like, man, I'm not carrying it today, but I'm about to carry it.
Right.
And then he was like,
he scored.
you need to carry it because you can't rely on another man to come and save you. And that's when I got I got blown through the wall. I was like, no, you make too much sense. So that's what kind of like,
that's brutal.
Once you start to realize that, you know, as much as we appreciate our military and police and stuff like that, these are just people, and they're responding to what's going on. So you have to get out of the mindset of the government or some entity is going to swoop in and save you, because that's just a dude coming in doing his job.
Right.
And the show's over by that point.
It is.
So either you're going to have what it takes to defend yourself and live, or you're going to live in this la-la land.
You're going to be you have an opportunity to be your first responder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not just for you, but for your family, for those you love. You are the first responder.
Yeah.
Whether you respond or not,
yeah.
you are the
100%.
you're the first responder.
100%.
100%.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I hope y'all got something from that. Dwayne,
wait a minute. No. I want to show you this again. Ooh, some of you may have joined late and didn't see. Look at my gift. I'm on the team, y'all.
Yeah, that's that embroidery right there, man. Yeah.
Brother man was working hard.
Yeah.
Here it is, though.
Yeah, man, we got some stuff coming.
Absolutely.
This is all I wear now.
Very nice. This is good. This is good.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Letting the brother show up every now and then.
Yeah, you know.
Unc. They call me Unc. I know I'm old.
Yeah, get down in the comments. We're gonna see some comments down there.
I know I'm old.
We appreciate y'all watching, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. We'll see you on the next one. Romine.
Peace.